Hello family, welcome back to the channel. It's good to have you guys back here to the channel. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make this, should I call the shape of this bag? Oh, somebody please should help me. Give this bag a name. Is it oval? Is it moon? I don't know. Well, but this is the bag that we'll be making today. So it's going to be in two parts. This first part is going to be the pattern drafting, while the second part is going to be the sewing of the bag. So let's go straight into the tutorial. This is just me trying to cut out an 8 inches or 8 inches carton. I am using a carton here, please. You know me, I like upcycle. So this is a carton actually, and I am using 8 inches by 12 inches. The width is 8 inches and the length is 12 inches. Please don't mind me. I know you'll be saying that I'm marking 13 inches there, but it's actually 12 inches. My tape doesn't have 1 inch. So anything you see I mark, remove 1 inches and make your own marking. So after I mark it, I'm just going to go ahead and get the middle. I'm going to go ahead and get the middle of both sides like this. From that 8 inches, I'm just going to go ahead and get the middle. So this is just me trying to make sure I am getting the middle. If you're using an A4 paper, you don't have to stress yourself with all those markings. All you need to do is to just fold. But since I am using a carton and it's difficult to fold, I'm just trying to get the middle. So after getting the middle on the both sides, I'm just going to go out by 3.5 inches. Sorry, it's a 3.5 inches on both sides like this. Please, 3.5 inches. So now, if you have a curve ruler, I'm so happy for you. But I don't have a curve ruler. I just had to go and carry my plate to just give it that cup shape. You know, as bag makers, we need to be very, very creative, and we need to, try and utilize things that we have at our home, the comfort of our home to make money. So the other one is just a straight one from that 3.5 inches. As you can see, I'm just trying my best to just make sure that the two curves are equal. So I'm just making my curves. I wanted to use ruler, but no, it was not doing. So I was just making my curves. After doing that, you just go ahead and cut, and that is the main body of the bag. That is the main body of the bag. Thank you guys for tuning into the channel once again. If you're a returning subscriber, you're highly welcome to this channel. Thank you for always coming back. Thank you for sharing my tutorials. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for watching my videos. And may God continue to bless you. Thank you for your comments. I love you, and God bless you. And if you're just tuning into the channel for the very first time, please do well to click on the subscribe button and also the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post in new tutorials. Because on this channel we have many more amazing tutorials to show you guys, from luxurious bags to upcycle ideas, travel bags, school bags, every kind of bag you can imagine. Sometimes we give tips and we also give tricks on how to become the best version of who you actually are. So you could use a leather, you could use a carry board, but I am using a Mako. This is actually my first time using a Mako for this kind of bag. So honestly, I had some little challenges while using this Mako. So in the course of sewing the bag, I'm going to tell you the mistakes, the challenges I faced, and how to go about it so that you not face the challenges as well, so that you'll be able to get your own work neat. The reason why we post videos is we make them before you make them, so that we'll give you the tips and tricks and the logic, so that when you are making your own, you would avoid those mistakes as well, and you end up having a perfect and neat work. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, like, this is just me. I'm just marking 1 inches all around on the actual carton. This is the one that is going to serve for the inner part of the 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 body. That is one that is going to be carrying the side that holds the zipper. So I'm just making my markings like this. I've already marked my 1 inches all around, so I'm just connecting all the lines. Then I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So please just keep paying attention. Make sure you are making the markings as close to each other as possible so that you will not make any mistakes in the curve. You know, it's an oval shape. Ah, yeah, I got the name. Oval. Ah, so you just go ahead and cut it out. Please be careful while cutting. Just cut on the line. So you just go ahead and cut it out. Now, you can decide to use a Mako, but I didn't use a Mako. I decided to use an ordinary leather, and that is one of the mistakes I made while making this bag. I decided to use an ordinary leather instead of me to use a stabilizer. So please, I would advise you use a stabilizer when you are folding in this inner part. So this part is the handle part. I am using an A4 paper for the part. This is because the measurements of the A4 paper is 12 inches by 8 inches, and that is exactly what I am using the for the handle. So you go out by what's it called, by 3.5 inches, the way you did on the first one. As you can see, I am using this one as a guide to just guide me get the curve, because I didn't want to go and start looking for my plate again. So, so I'm just using it as a guide to get my curve. That is one. And the next one is I'm just going to make a straight line from this pointy edge like this. Just keep seeing what I'm doing. Just going to make a straight line like this to connect it to that 3.5 inches, and that is going to serve as the handle. You know, the handle looks like this. So that is how to get your curve. So please, if you have a curve ruler, this will be actually very, very easy for you, because you know the curve ruler has a straight side. So you just use your curve ruler to just make this drawing once and for all. But since I didn't have a curve ruler, I just had to make sure what I am doing is actually correct. So you see, I'm just trying to make sure what I'm doing is actually correct, and I'm having a straight line, straight design. Actually, pattern drafting has really made me improve in making bags. So I would really advise you do, you use upcycling equipment to make your pattern drafting as well. So you could just think of a particular bag and you just draft it out, and I'm sure you will do exploit. So after doing that first curve, from that curve I measured 1 inches all around. So I'm going to connect the lines as well, and I'll just go ahead and cut it. So that's going to serve as our handle. I hope you understand. Oh, I hope you understand. Well, if you don't understand, there's always room for question. You could come back. You could ask me questions, and you could also come back to watch this tutorial over and over again. So I'll just go ahead and cut it. So after cutting, this is what it will look like. I've already drafted it out on a carton before I decided to draft it on a cardboard paper, because I was drafting it, so not bringing out correct. So I had to draft it off camera first before I now draft it again. So I'm using a white leather. Hey, you have to be very careful when using white leather, my darling, because this work stain. Oh Jesus, stain, so that I regret using this white leather stuff. So I'm using a white leather. So I am just trying so hard to, draw out all my lines. You see, I've drawn out all my lines like this. Everything plus the handle plus the inner part. So this is just me adding half inches to the side, because that half inches is going to be what I'm going to use to fold it in. You understand what I mean now? So I'm just adding half inches with my free hand. If you cannot add half inches with your free hand, my dear, please use ruler to add your half inches. So after I add the half inches, I just went ahead and cut it. And this is what I am talking about. For this inner one, I decided to use only the leather. So when I was folding it, it gave me a lot of issue because it was not a straightforward thing. So I would advise you use a stabilizer. And in case you're wondering the kind of stabilizer you should use, I would advise you use a chipboard, popularly known as a cardboard paper. It is a cardboard paper. So I advise you use it. So when you use it, it will be easy for you to fold in the sides like this, and it will be also easy for you to scrape the excess. As you can see, there's excess fold in there. So it will be easy for you to scrape the excess without deforming the design, and it will also be easy for you while stitching because I'm using an ordinary leather, and you know synthetic leather is very light and it is stretchy. So when I was stitching, honestly, it was just moving around. I had to do something else. I'll show you guys what I did to just keep it in place. So I went ahead and wrapped everything. I'm going to go ahead and wrap the lining fabric to the body, but I am going to first of all scrape. I'm going to show you, please, if you want to scrape these folded parts on your bag, make sure you are using what's it called, a new razor, so that it will be easy. So you can see I'm just scraping the excess from the, you see the way I'm just going, it's just the top I'm fetching from the size. I'll just go ahead and do it on all the four pieces, and I'll attach the lining. So after scraping, this is what it looks like. You see it's not as bulky as it is before. You can see the difference. This one I scraped it and this one I've not scraped it. So now I'm going to attach the lining. So I want to attach the lining in such a way that when I stitch, it will not be showing on the outside. So please just watch me to see how I am cutting. I'm going to be cutting the lining. I'm going to be cutting it inside. Just see the way I'm slanting my scissors. I am slanting my scissors. I'm slanting my, you see the way I'm slanting my scissors. That's how you are going to slant your scissors when you are cutting your lining, so that when you stitch, it will not be poking out. So you can cut off any excesses that you see, and you just trim it. So you go ahead and do the same thing on the second panel, and this is how it's going to be when you put it on each other. So it's very necessary, like I said, to put a stabilizer, and you can put a chipboard, which is popularly known as a cardboard paper, so that your synthetic leather will not be moving around. So after I attach everything, this is what it looks like. Now I'm going to be talking about how to sew the handle and also sew the inner zipper on my next tutorial. I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you learned something from this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up and also say something nice in the comment section. If you have questions, please do well to feel free, ask me any questions. Please feel free to ask me any questions. And if you have tutorial suggestions, please feel free to, tell me, hey Blinks, I want you to make a tutorial on this bag, and I promise I am going to make a tutorial on those bags because I'm here for you guys, and you guys are my all in all, honestly. You guys are my all in all, my darlings. So I love you guys. Take care, and bye.